Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Representative Neville, for jumping on this terrific amendment. I hope that we can get two in a row today, members. There is a bill traveling through the process right now that has passed education unanimously and has tremendous support behind it, but unfortunately one of the things that's lacking is the money, and so here we are today deciding on the money. What this amendment aims to do is move $30 million to the School Security Disbursement Program. That might sound familiar because there was a budget day several years ago where Representative Neville and then Representative Garnett passed a similar measure, and that became a bill that had also actually it was 35 million, but 30 million specifically for this for the urgent needs. The problem with that is, and that was fantastic and wonderful and good, and it did do a tremendous amount of good, but it wasn't even 50% of the highly urgent security needs that our schools and teachers and parents were asking for their buildings. We're not talking about tier 2 projects here. These are the highly urgent, very necessary things like locks on the doors, professional training, things like that. Children, youth teachers, they need our help, and they are asking for experienced and trained professionals who can help handle a potentially dangerous situation. And there are physical needs, like I mentioned, that are absolutely necessary. Simple things like locks on doors, if something bad were to happen. And then, of course, there's preventative measures that can be taken with this $30 million, and of course assist and help for a community impacted by school violence after a terrible incident would occur. So I am asking for this $30 million to go into the School Security Disbursement Program. Members, it's not even 0.1% of our budget, and it will make a huge difference for the teachers and students of our communities.
Yes, Representative Neville.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And yes, members, these are non-controversial programs. So we're talking about things like tempered glass or training for teachers to do threat assessments and counselors to do threat assessments. And hopefully if the bill works its way out the way it's currently drafted to, we're adding resiliency programs too. So pretty non-controversial stuff, and it's one of those things that an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure, and this is really what this is an ounce of prevention. And as we've seen, this program has been highly successful. 30 million was spent in the past years. However, the school districts have also matched that, so it's really led to over 60 million in program funding and been really successful and really helpful for a lot of schools, and we urge a yes vote.
Representative Van Winkle.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I'll just point out that this will be $30 million of the $700 million that's been set aside for legislative priorities. Of those priorities, one of the top things listed is public safety tools for local and state law enforcement and communities. This is definitely public safety tools for our teachers and students. And I urge a yes vote.